Alright, bitches! We're on to episode 64 of Dragon Ball Super. Another great episode here. Just loving Dragon Ball right now. The franchise on fire, baby! This episode is called Revere Him, Praise Him, Merge Zamasu's Explosive Birth. Now, the Crunchyroll subs use Fusion Zamasu's Explosive Birth, but I'm pretty sure that, really it's supposed to be merged. That makes a lot more sense than Fusion Zamasu. Although, I guess, the Potara earrings are a fusion. Whatever. Alright, so let's jump in. Alright, so this episode kicks off with a fucking bang. Just like the last one ended, where Vegeta and Goku Black are fighting. And Vegeta's still giving Goku Black the business. And Goku Black is kind of wondering, what exactly the fuck is going on here? And we see a flash, even, normal Zamasu is kind of, surprised and shocked at what's going on here. Goku Black, he sort of rises up into the sky where Vegeta is, and he explains that he understands exactly why Vegeta has gotten so strong so quickly. It's anger. He's been using the power of anger to improve rapidly. Anger at his son's defeat, maybe future Bulma being killed, stuff like that. And so Goku Black, he kind of mocks Vegeta and is like, yeah, anger, what a foolish mortal way of doing things. And he basically says, well, I have the most supreme anger of all against all of the hateful mortals. And so he's sort of he powers up. And he creates his energy blade, and he kind of shoves it into his left hand. It's kind of strange. Even Vegeta's a little surprised. And then he pulls it back, and it turns into his scythe. And it's like, oh, okay. So this definitely does look cool. I can't wait to see what Goku Black Super Saiyan Rose is going to be like in, Xenoverse 2, Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle, any future Dragon Ball games. Goku Black has shown some interesting moves in his Super Saiyan Rose form. So I'm definitely going to be curious to see exactly how he plays in some of these future games. So Goku Black, then says, his anger is the strongest, at the foolish mortals disrespecting the universe, yada, yada, yada. And he swings his scythe. And Vegeta dodges it pretty easily. Doesn't look like he has too much trouble. And even says, with that speed, even I. And then he kind of is shocked and looks over, and you see that, it's almost like the scythe kind of cut through dimensions, is kind of what it appears like. A little bit of a similar effect to when Super Vegito was fighting, Buu Gohan Absorbed, and he was screaming, and, cracks in the universe started to open up. That's kind of similar to what it looks like right here. Now, Zamasu is impressed at Goku Black's ever-increasing strength, and Goku rushes in and knocks his ass down and kind of tells him, you're getting a little too careless because you're immortal. And, Zamasu, I'll tell you, Goku Black is, he's, really cocky and arrogant, but it's in, a, I don't want to say playful way, but he's not really quite so, he is up his own ass. It's difficult. Goku Black is supremely arrogant, but compared to future immortal Zamasu, he's on a whole nother level to Goku Black with his just absolute cockiness, man. It's crazy the way this dude talks. And remember, he's the same one in the last episode who was like, it doesn't matter if they're listening. I'm basically talking here for myself. It's like, man, this dude Zamasu is something else right here. So then it cuts over to the Capsule Corporation, where we see Mai, Bulma, and Trunks. And Trunks has finished, sealing the Mafuba jar. He finished repairing it with the super glue. And Mai notices that Zamasu is approaching them. And so what happens is Bulma says what they need to have happen here is that Trunks needs to use the Mafuba on Zamasu since he's coming towards them. Now, then it cuts over to, we see Goku Black and Goku and Vegeta, and the portal that Goku Black had created, whatever, this big rose energy looking thing that he created with his scythe, it's creating almost this Majin Buu-like smoke that comes out of this portal or hole, and it creates kind of these, multi-form shadow clone or dolls of Goku Black here. And what happens is there's a lot of them, and they're kind of, holding Goku and Vegeta down. And Black is kind of just standing there with his arms crossed, like really talking shit. But Goku and Vegeta are struggling to get away from the sheer amount of different clones attacking them. Now, Vegeta tells Goku to find Trunks' energy and use the instant transmission to go over to him, and Goku says that he can't, he's been trying already, but what's going on is the portal that Goku Black has created is ruining the energy. Like, he can't sense Trunks' energy because it's creating, like, weird ki all over the place. So, like, that actually does make sense. So it cuts back to Trunks, Mai, and Bulma in the little, like, broken down Capsule Corp garage that she has next to... Like, okay, so there's the broken down main Capsule Corp building, and then, of course, Bulma had tossed a little capsule next to it. So it's kind of like Capsule Corporation headquarters where they're at right now. And the scene, it's funny. It's, I guess, supposed to be like a little homage to Ginyu here. But Bulma, I guess, is trying to explain to Trunks how to do the Mafuba, and Trunks does several of Ginyu's poses. It's actually quite interesting. I really like that. It's pretty funny. He even does the dumb one where, he's looking between his legs and he's got his ass pointed at you. But Bulma realizes, okay, well, I guess we'll just check this. And she pulls up her phone, and she had actually recorded Piccolo using the Mafuba. So with this recording, Trunks is going to be able to copy it. Now, I mean, this considering we saw Goku take an entire night to master the Mafuba, the fact that Trunks just watches Piccolo do it and then he's going to be able to do it it's a little suspect, but at the same time, we have seen Trunks ape the Masenko, the Final Flash, the Gallic Gun. There's all types of different moves from other Z Fighters Trunks has been able to do. I know in at least one Dragon Ball game, he's able to use a special beam cannon as well. Or, yeah, is he? Because I know Future Gohan sometimes has a special beam cannon, and I think in one, it might be Raging Blast 2, Future Trunks might have the special beam cannon, but since Trunks is able to master other fighters' techniques so quickly, I'll give a pass for this. You see, right now, Dragon Ball Super, I think the story is done very well. The villains are done very well. They've created some new, interesting characters. So for minor little details like this, I can give a pass to this because the show is it's doing very well right now. So like this little thing where, Trunks just instantly learns the Mafuba, whatever. I can look past that. This isn't like, the Resurrection F arc where everything was, low-key kind of shit. So every little minor nitpick, it's like, well, I can't forgive the show for this because it's not doing too good right now. But now that, I'm thoroughly impressed by what it's doing, I can give these small passes to something like this. So Zamasu arrives, and it's actually kind of weird. Bulma tells Trunks to practice some Mafuba for a little bit with Mai, and she goes outside and she tries to seduce Zamasu. She's done this several times throughout the series. She did it with General Blue all the way back in Dragon Ball. And, she's like, oh, can I become the wife of a god? And blah, 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 blah. And it's a scene that goes on for, like 40 seconds. And she looks up and, like, they do the anime framing shot of where, like, Zamasu's face is, like, covered in shadow. And it's like, oh, looks like he doesn't care about fucking you, Bulma. So then it's a quick cut to Trunks and Mai coming outside. And we see Zamasu actually is holding Bulma in a similar pose to when Goku Black was holding future Bulma right before he killed her. And Trunks sees this and gets really angry. And you see him, he powers up first in a Super Saiyan, then he goes into his Super Trunks form. Some people are calling it False Super Saiyan Blue. I think that's a stupid name, but, if that's what it's officially called in, like, games and stuff, whatever. Right now, again, I'm still gonna call this Super Trunks. He powers up into this form. You still see he's kind of got that blue aura there, and he actually shoots out the Mafuba, and he's able to do it perfectly. Mai has the super glued, evil sealing jar in her hand as well. And it's great because Zamasu is like real cocky, like, all right, well, there's nothing left for me to gain from you, time to take you down. But as soon as Trunks uses the Mafuba and hits this motherfucker in it, he starts crying like a little bitch. What is his voice gets ridiculous here. I was kind of laughing. But this is a really epic scene because also one of those really good themes comes on. I think it's called Desperate Assault. And like you see, Trunks is able to successfully seal Zamasu into the the Mafuba jar here. So future Zamasu is now sealed away. So then Bulma gets up, and I guess she was okay. I mean, at this point, I guess Zamasu probably just picked her up, and then Trunks and Mai came out, so Bulma's okay. I'm glad for that. I actually didn't want anything to happen to Bulma. And they're getting I will say the Dragon Balls, the Z Fighters, they're getting a little too buffoonish here. This is ridiculous, because Bulma goes, okay, cool, Zamasu's sealed in the jar, now let's go ahead and put the amulet on it to complete the process. And Trunks and Mai, they're like, huh? What amulet? And then it cuts to Master Roshi at Kame House, and he's kind of just waving the amulet around like, hey. So it's like, are you kidding me? Goku left without the damn amulet? Come on, they already did this before, where Goku left without the sensu beans. Things have gotten so serious. A lot of fans are really salty about how dumb they've made Goku in Dragon Ball Super. I will say this was a little overboard. They really didn't need Goku to forget the sensu beans and now to forget the damn amulet on this trip into the future. And then we even see, Master Roshi had called Trunks telling him, and Trunks is standing with Piccolo, and Piccolo's like, oh, you damn idiot! So then Trunks, Bulma, and Mai, they're trying to hold down the Mafuba jar, but, without the amulet, it's no use. And Zamasu actually breaks free. And you see his disposition has changed quite a bit. He's no longer the arrogant, cocky, kind of like, I'm invincible bastard he was before. Now he's kind of like panting and, nervous, and he's like, oh shit, looks like we shouldn't underestimate the mortals. Now, we then see Goku Black kind of turn around, and his clones are still fighting Goku and Vegeta, but he notices that Zamasu's energy has been reappearing, disappearing, and is getting weaker now, and so he decides to use his instant transmission to go figure out what's going on. Now, Goku Black using the instant transmission to go to Zamasu actually causes the portal to dissipate, so all of the clones disappear, so Goku then uses the instant transmission as well. So now everyone is gathered back outside Capsule Corp, and Zamasu tells Goku Black that, the mortals are not just bugs for them to crush. They have to actually get serious now. And Goku Black is like, it can't be helped then. So then they say it's time to show them the true power of the gods. And Zamasu takes his earring off his left ear and puts it on his right ear. And you see Gowasu and Kaioshin. We've seen them a couple times throughout the episode. They'll do like shock, Piccolo reaction faces to different moments of action. But here, they really are like, oh shit! And Gowasu's like, Mazaka! It can't be! And it cuts in on Vegeta. Vegeta has a stern look, and Goku goes, so that's your move. So of course, we know what comes up next. The earrings are on two separate ears, so Goku Black and Zamasu fuse together, and I love it. He goes, my form is justice, my form is Zawaldo! Yeah, let's get those references to Dio, baby! And then he's just like, revere me, praise me, and it's like, yo, this dude! This is the type of arrogant, cocky, angry at the world villain. This dude, he really thinks what he's doing is right. I do like that. It makes him a more devastating villain. The fact that he believes he actually is pursuing justice, rather than just say a crazed beast like Kid Buu. So, I also do really like the effect they use with Zamasu's voice here. I don't know if this is just going to be just this one time as the fusion is complete, where they kind of give it almost like a little echo. It sounds very cool. Masako Nozawa's voice is not here. It is not a, whatchamacallit. It's not like a fusion voice like Vegito or Gotenks. It's more like, Old Kai or Kabito Kai, although it does have this little echo effect. I'm not sure if that's going to continue. I hope it does, because it does make him sound more intimidating. But, we get a good look at him. Here he is. I've seen this guy referred to as a lot of things. Blacku, fuse Zamasu, merge Zamasu, Zamasu Black, Black Zamasu. I like either Merge Zamasu or Zamasu Black. I think those probably work very well. Merge Zamasu is kind of the name I feel like is going to become canon for this character, like in games and such. I feel like that's probably what they'll go with, and that does seem actually quite fitting for this character, because it is essentially two, Zamasu's fusing here. And that's how the episode ends, with Goku Black and Zamasu using the Potara fusion to create Merge Zamasu. So now Goku and the gang are gonna have a fight on their hands, boy! And in the preview for the next episode, we see a lot of shots of what looks like fighting. And it's interesting because Merge Zamasu has some sort of strange, white light behind him. Now, I saw on Twitter someone referred to this as, Merge Zamasu is looking like a Final Fantasy villain here. And they certainly are not wrong about that. It's almost like, I don't know, it's something like that, like Unalesca from Final Fantasy X would have, this big white light on his back. It looks really sick, and I'm pretty pumped. Now, in the preview for the next episode, no talk of Vegito or mention of Vegito, but we do see a shot where Goku and Vegeta are down in the ground. I think they're in their base forms as well, and Trunks is just standing there by himself. So, looks like this Merge Zamasu is going to be a real problem.